Alongside you, Byron Sicholocus, in the Chicago City Council. So please give our local alderman here. Today, March 7th, in 1942, Lucy Gonzalez Parsons left this world. Lucy Parsons was a feminist. She was a labor organizer. She was one of the co-founders of the International Workers of the World. And she was a leader in the fight for an 8-hour workday. In May 1st of 1886, Lucy and her husband Albert led a march of over 20,000 people down the streets of Michigan Avenue, demanding dignity and justice, demanding 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, and 8 hours to do what we will, which means whatever the fuck we want to do. And so it struck me as poetic justice, as poetically beautiful, that on the same day, the 7th of March, that Lucy Parsons left her home in Avondale and ascended to heaven. I'm a Christian. I gotta throw in my thing. But the day that she left this world, 15,000 of us gathered together just blocks away from Michigan Avenue to make forward the demands of our time. An economic system that does not impoverish us and destroy this earth, but instead a Green New Deal that brings prosperity to all of us. As we stare into the reality that coronavirus, right, which is, viruses are a very normal thing that are part of the human condition. But you know what's not part of the human condition? Having a healthcare system that is based upon ensuring that corporations maximize their profit instead of people get the care that they need. That's right. So right here in the city of Chicago, 15,000 people came together today and demanded Medicare for all to make sure that when a person is sick, they're not worrying about their medical bill, but they're able to go to the doctor and get the health care that they deserve. I think Lucy was smiling down on us. And you know that fight for that 8-hour workday? It took a very long time. They didn't win it on May 1st of 1886. On May 4th of 1886, there was actually a riot that occurred, a police riot, where people died, a bomb was thrown, and as a result of that, Lucy's husband was murdered by the state. He was executed. And Lucy Parsons went on to say that although she had drunk deeply, she had drank deeply from the cup of sorrow, she was still a rebel. I know that in that crowd today of 15,000 people, there are people that have drank so deeply from that cup of sorrow. People that have lost someone because they could not pay their medical bills and afford the health care that they needed to take care of the conditions that they had. People that have killed themselves from the stress that they have faced from their bills. Abuse and violence in their home. Exploitation in the workplace. And yet, although we have drunk from that cup, we are still rebels. We are still on our feet. We are still fighting. So I have no doubt that if we put our heart into it, if we put our sweat equity into it, Bernie Sanders is going to do a heck really fucking well. But that we are also going to remember that this is bigger than Bernie Sanders. It's bigger than you and me. It's bigger than this room. It's about building a movement, as so many other speakers here have said tonight. It's about bringing tens of thousands of people together, bringing millions of people together, and shifting that balance of power between the capitalist class and the working class. Because it is the working class of this country and of this world that pay all that. So are there some people that are part of this movement in this room? Yeah! Are there some people that are part of this movement in this room? Just a block away from Lucy's home where it was at. It burned down, unfortunately, and they built an expressway right over it. But if you go to Kedzie Avenue, and you go right by Belmont, and you go right by Wellington, you're going to see that street lit up with signs that say Honorary Lucy Gonzalez Parsons Way. You know why that sign's up there? Because they elected a socialist in the 35th Ward. So we're not just going for automatic seats, we're not just going for senator seats, we're going for the White House, and together we're going to transform this nation and this world.